The water flows without worry this winter at the Texas Freshwater Fishery Center. Last year, it was a different story.
I've been around a long time, and I've never seen weather like that here in Texas.
Hatchery manager Tony Owens remembers keeping a nervous eye on the pipes, the tanks, and the outdoor ponds.
And we were even worried about our fish on the hatchery because, our ponds are only so deep, and we had ice all the way across the ponds. We thought, we'd lose a lot of our brooders, but we didn't lose any.
On nearby Lake Athens, fishing guide Kyle Myers wasn't so lucky. He's enjoying this warmer winter, but remembers what last year's winter storm cost him.
It cost me a lower unit on my boat. I was dumb enough to go out there and fish during the winter storm, because, it was snowing and sleeting, and here we are, 18 degrees outside, and I'm the only dummy on the lake driving around, and next thing you know, my motor blows up, so it cost me a motor.
Down on Lake Palestine, guide Mark Standridge soaks up this winter's sunshine and remembers what he did last year when the Arctic air hit.
When that hit, I stayed in the house. And it did take a while, maybe 2 weeks to recover from that cold.
Once the ice melted and the Arctic air faded away and the weather returned to more like it is today, the second part of our story takes shape. And that is a fishing season like none other in East Texas.
It was because of the freeze. All those fish kind of just got in one spot together. It's kind of like if it was cold outside and we didn't have no clothes on, we'd all get huddled up.
Lots of fish got big, maybe bigger than ever. That's because the freeze killed schools of shad. That triggered a feeding frenzy for crappie and predator fish, such as largemouth bass.
Looky there.
Look at that. All right.
There's your Lake Athens bass.
Better for bass that weigh more than 13 pounds. The freeze may have, in part, contributed to a record ShareLunker season in Texas. More big bass caught in Texas lakes than in any other year. Here's ShareLunker program coordinator Kyle Brooks.
But those fish don't just go from 9 pounds to 13 pounds overnight. But last year I think there was some indication that weather pattern may have triggered a heavier feeding frenzy by his largemouth.
There he is.
Back at Lake Palestine, Three Nails guide Standridge points out the fish are bigger, but they're also harder to catch.
The fish are there, the lake is healthy, there's a lot of fish, I'm not seeing no difference in the fish. They just got all they want to eat, and it makes it hard. So if you've been out here fishing this year and they ain't done no good, don't beat yourself up over it. Everybody's had to work for them.